What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys. Today's video, man, we need to discuss the upcoming update for dbzkakarot. Guys, we don't know what all is. Well, let me rephrase that. We need to discuss the major update that they have planned for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, because there could be another update just like we got 1.11. So I don't want to say the upcoming update. I want to say specifically which update I'm referring to. I'm referring to the update that's going to bring the card game to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. The reason I want to bring that up is not because of so much the card game, but because more or less, guys, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is lacking serious endgame content. And I think that, the card game could be a way of them implementing some kind of longevity for the game, some kind of end game, quote unquote. But I'm interested with the card game to see how it's going to work. Like, how is it just going to be strictly cards? Is it, there needs to be something there to keep people playing it. But my issue is with the base game, the main game. There is no end game content. And with most RPGs, there's in-game content. The villainous enemies just isn't gonna cut it. You see what I'm saying? I mean, the grinding for food items, that is not going to cut it. This game was made to be played. It's made for you to live in the Dragon Ball universe, but yet and still, in order to get stronger, you have to eat an astronomical amount of meals, which takes you hours upon hours of literally just farming items. Guys, that's not gonna get it done. And I'm not mad. This isn't a rant video or anything like that. I'm bringing this to the table of discussion because it needs to be talked about. There needs to be something, like when they do this big update that's coming for the card game, there needs to be more than just a card game in there. There needs to be something added to the game that's gonna give us some replayability, that's gonna give us some things to do, even the story. Like, a lot of people want New Game Plus and stuff like that. I don't want a New Game Plus. I don't want a New Game Plus. Here's why I don't want a New Game Plus. Well, I'm gonna say this. Here's the conditions that I would want a New Game Plus for. Is if they implemented stuff like those missed scenes that we had in the game. And to me, they could have done better with the storytelling of the game. Like, when we have those awesome cutscenes. And I did a video on this a long time ago about QuickTime events. I feel like they could have made those more interactive. You know what I'm saying? But, I get it. They want you to sit back and kind of watch the story, look at the artwork and the dedication that they put into making these amazing cutscenes. I get that. But I did say a very long time ago that the issue with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, not the issue, but the determining factor on the game's success will be predicated upon its end game content. And right now, there is no end game content. Like I said, the card game, you can't consider that in-game content because it's separate from the main game. It even tells you that you'll be able to take these cards into the main game, which, after seeing how they done the first DLC, when they say that you could take those transformations and stuff into the main game, I'm interested to see what that's going to mean. You get what I'm saying? Like, because the card game is online. So maybe, when they say the main game, I mean, that's the main game. The main game is you flying around the map, hunting for food, fighting villainous enemies and stuff like that. So are these cards that they're putting in the game going to be characters that we can fly around the map with? I don't know. Like, that, it's a very vague term to say that we could take this into the main game. By main game, they could mean that they're just going to be an offline mode to the card game, and that's technically the main game. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like, V-Jump will be coming out in the next couple of days. Like, dude, we're gonna get some information. Hopefully we get some information on this card game that can shed some more light on this major question, because real talk, if we're able to take those cards and they become actual characters in the game that we can fly around and fight villainous enemies with and stuff like that, that's going to be cool. And guys, it's going to be refreshing for a little bit. Then after a while, it's going to get boring. I don't think that's the case. I don't think we're going to be able to take these cards and make them into actual characters in the game, because then those same characters would each have to have individual skill trees. However, with the amount of Z orbs, but then you would have to implement a way to get more D medals to upgrade them and stuff like that. See, like me, I'm like, nah, that's not the route you need to go. And that's not the route that they're saying that they're going. That's just pure speculation, guys. I'm trying to think of ways to better make this game so that it lasts. Because we got the DLC 2 weeks ago. A week later, people weren't even playing the DLC no more. I know I streamed it and stuff, but I mean, you know, there's just the majority of people aren't even doing it anymore. And that's a week, you know. Now we get the next DLC. We don't know when, maybe August, who knows, you know. And it's going to be a boss battle episode as well. And so that's going to last a week. You know, now the arc, yeah, it's going to be a bit longer. But guys, there still needs to be something, especially with the type of games that are coming out in the next couple of months. It would behoove them to add something in the game that's going to keep this game alive. Keep people playing this game. Because, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be straight up. This game better come with it, because I'm going to be playing Ghost of Tsushima on the channel. More on the Twitch channel. But I've already started covering it and stuff like that. I'm going to be covering other games as well. I don't think I've made a Dragon Ball Kakarot video in a couple of days. And the main reason why is because I don't want to beat a dead horse. Like, I'm not saying that the game is dead, but I don't want to continue with making videos talking about what ifs and stuff like that. Speculation, it's all well and fine. It has its place, but I think it gets old. You know what I'm saying? And then me wanting to expand the channel to cover more games. This is exactly why I want to do that, because news is dry right now, you know? So like I said, they need to do something with Kakarot. We need to know something. Bandai needs to take initiative to implement something in this game, you know, and don't have the mindset of, and I'm not saying they have this mindset, but it seems that way, that, oh, we got their money right now. Everything is all well and fine. A tournament mode would be very welcome in this game. You know, it doesn't even have to be, I don't want it, not online. I mean, an offline in-game tournament mode. You have the World Tournament Arena in the game, you know. Introduce a tournament mode. That's something that would be really fun as far as in-game content. Introducing ways for us to eat and get food. Well, not eat and get food. It's easier ways to eat and get food. Let me simplify that. Let me say that, because right now eating is a grind, a very unnecessary. I'm not gonna say unnecessary, because your stat boosts are necessary, but the amount that you have to eat and the length of the game is insane. Dmgaming, by the way, he's surpassed over 100 million health HP. I thought 100 million was the max. It's not. You can go over that. It's amazing. Like, dude, there should be ways that you could do that same stuff without flying around the map, gathering food items and eating. You're not fighting. You're not playing the game. Goku didn't spend all his time eating. He ate. When he ate a lot, but he didn't eat all the time. He trained more than he did anything at all. That's why he had the large appetite. The game doesn't reflect that. I know in the last video I talked about it being simulation, but guys, just because it's simulation doesn't mean it's going to have everything that's in the series. You get what I'm saying? Because I agree. Somebody asked me in the Twitch live stream about that, and it stumped me. I was stumped because they made a valid point. If it's simulation, why can't we train on King Kai's planet? I don't know. I asked the same thing. I've made videos about that stuff. Why are we not training on King Kai's planet? Why can't we train in the gravity room? And when people say, well, you can't train in the gravity room. Dude, no, that's a blind training, man. That is so redundant. We can't even train against each other, and that's something that the Z fighters did all the time. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be more implemented into the end game of this game. I don't mind grinding, fighting to boost my stats. I would love that. That would be so much better than just spending hours running around grabbing food items and stuff like that. I think that was lazy. It was a good idea behind it, but now that you know that the community saying, hey, training would have been a lot better, like, let's revamp the way that we train in this game, I think that there should be some motive to to move ahead and implement those kinds of things. You see what I'm saying? Because we have these off-planet locations that are literally doing nothing but sitting there. You see what I'm saying? Are they going to use them in the future? I don't know. I don't even know why they put King Kai's planet in the game, because you literally only do one sub quest there and that's it. Why even make it a location that you can travel to? The hyperbolic time chamber is non-existent. You could implement the hyperbolic time chamber and put it on a real life timer of maybe like a day or something like that, to where if you use it, you can't use it again for 24 hours. I don't know. But I feel like that they have a great system in the game where you can boost your base stats. I freaking love that. My issue is, like, you could literally take that and make it into an in-game content by adding actual training into the game. Not the training grounds where we learn special attacks, not Banyu's training where we get the special skills. You know, implement a true to the series training where we can train against each other. We can go to King Kai's planet and get this. They can even do it to where if you're on King Kai's planet, you get a certain XP of boot, you get a bigger, kind of like Chi-Chi's meals, for example. If Goku is in the wild and he eats a random meal, he's not going to get as big of a stat boost as he does if Chi-Chi makes it. They can do the same thing with training. When you go to King Kai's planet, if you train on Earth, you get the bare minimum boost to your stats. If you go to King Kai's planet, you get a bigger boost and you can use it more frequently. If you go to hyperbolic time chamber, you get the largest amount of boost, but you can only use it, you know, you can limit the use of that so people aren't blowing it out the water. Guys, that alone right there would be so monumentally changing in this game that people would still be playing Kakarot today. People would not be bored with grinding for food items. That alone makes you an end game. Add a world tournament into it, and bam, you got a recipe for an amazing adventure that people are not going to put the stick down because they're constantly getting stronger and having fun with the game. That alone would do it. That alone would do it. I don't even know to say anything else after that, man. I'm not going to say anything else after that. That's it. You can't top that. Join the pancake stack, y'all. Smash that subscribe button. Hit the like button on the video. Share it, whatever, all that, this and that, guys. Geostat, y'all know what it is. Top 4 subscribers, $10 PlayStation gift card or Xbox gift card of your choice that will be chosen. I'll probably do that at the end of the month. I'll probably choose that. Also, check out Beautiful Halo, guys. They got the anime stuff. That link is in the description box below along with discount codes. Guys, I like that idea, man. I really do. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. Till next time, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.